This is the news Jeremy and Taylor Morris were hoping for.
Awesome. Good call. Nice.
They've only just moved into their Sunshine Coast home, but in the 6 months they've owned the property, their interest rate has gone up about 1% and added $500 to their monthly repayments.
Every month that the RBA has announced an increase, we've felt it with our repayments, so it's been very noticeable.
They're happy to have a bit of breathing space now.
Money's kind of always on your mind, and to add more on top of what we've already increased over the past 6 months would have been not the be-all and end-all for us, but it would have been a really kind of negative and a bit of a sad kind of way to end our first couple of weeks in our homes.
The Reserve Bank said it's leaving the cash rate on hold at 3.6% as the full effect of previous hikes is yet to be felt in the economy. Inflation has peaked and banking problems overseas were acting like another rate increase.
So I expect that we will see another rate hike at the May board meeting, but the pause today was to collect more information and wait for a more accurate measure of inflation.
In a statement, the Reserve Bank Governor Philip Lowe said while some households have substantial savings buffers, others are experiencing a painful squeeze on their finances. The decision to hold interest rates steady this month provides the board with more time to assess the state of the economy and the outlook.
Today's decision was certainly welcome, but we understand for many Australians and businesses, those cost of living pressures remain real.
Hello, this is Lifeline. How may we help?
Support services have been calling on the RBA to pause its hiking cycle for months.
We have people who are engaging with our digital services and with our centres face-to-face for the very first time. So we're seeing a whole new cohort of people reaching out to Lifeline for support.
In an unprecedented move, the RBA Governor will sit down with Lifeline next month.
We're not economists. We don't presume to tell the RBA what their decision should be. But what we are determined to do at Lifeline is to make sure that the relationship between financial hardship and risk of suicidality is one of the factors that's considered in making that decision.
There's been a real change in the rhetoric from the Reserve Bank around the impact rate hikes are having on ordinary Australians. But it's left the door open to further increases if inflation proves difficult to quash.
We're expecting to see cuts in the first quarter of next year, around March. I don't think inflation will be low enough for the Reserve Bank to feel comfortable to cut this year.
The board noted rents have risen at their fastest pace in years.
Higher?
David Raymond has 2 mortgages, one for this home he lives in and the other for an investment property. He says he's had little choice but to increase the rent as his loan repayments have risen.
I can remember when the cost was for the interest was as low as $700 to $800 a month. Now the minimum, just the interest that I'm seeing coming out is at least $1,400, $1,300 to $1,400, and that's not the principal part on top of that. It needs to be paid back.
Economic pain that's being felt across Australia.